Hello there. When I last did an episode of this on Friday, we just dropped Aya off at her grandparents and we're sort of driving back to have a free night from the baby face. The first, well, only the second one actually in 2 years. You're going to have to go to her grandparents more often, I think. I worry about putting pressure on them too much. But I don't think twice in 2 years is too much, really. Of course, we missed her like crazy, little one, but it was nice to sort of not have to worry about time so much. Little old woman who dropped her off. A weird thing happened actually when she was dropped back off by her grandparents. Was they were just about to leave, and my stepfather, he got up and sort of looked out of the window and said, "Oh, I don't think we're going anywhere yet." And I thought, "Well, why is that?" So I stood up, and of course, we've been all sat down in the living room. We stood up and looked out the window, and there were armed police. The armed response team was outside the house next door, which is bizarre. I don't really. Anyway, yeah, quite a few police cars up and down the street, blocking the street off, and armed police with their MP5s leaning over the sides of the cars and sort of, in the tactical gear and everything. And on the other side of the house, several police officers, riot gear, shields, dog, all standing around the house next door. What that was about, I don't really know. Because we were never told what to stay indoors. Here's for your own safety, blah blah blah. Something nothing like that. The nearest I've been able to find out, or my wife and I have been able to find out, is from the Gainsborough Standard, which is a pretty poor paper at the best of times. But online, the best we can find out about that is that it might have had something to do with the fact that there was someone threatened with a handgun, apparently, or a woman allegedly threatened with a handgun. She had called the police and told them she'd been threatened by a handgun, but not at that address, down way in the middle of town. So, it's the sort of thing that makes the papers when that kind of thing happens in Gainsborough, in a tiny little town like this. So I'm assuming that what had happened is that maybe someone had threatened this woman with a handgun, allegedly, and she'd called the police after they'd gone. And, maybe he had a mate that lived next door, or maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that's all speculation. It doesn't have anything to do with this whole thing, but it was a bit of excitement. So when I spoke on Friday, I was talking about 5x5 changing. Now, the reason for that is just because it's taking far more of my time than it was ever supposed to. The only reason it was on there was because it was only going to take me 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes a day. And, it's turned out that it's just taking way longer than that each day. It's taking me, at least an hour. And so, I talked to my wife about it. We had a long chat about it the other day while the little one was away. Not while the little one was away, the night before we dropped her off. And we were chatting about it, and, she was saying, you really should be concentrating more on the Nights Arcade channel, and I entirely agree, because that's the one that has, thousands of viewers, regular commenters, and, like almost 7,000 subscribers now, and coming up for 500,000 views on the channel. It's like, that's where I need to concentrate, and this is taking too much of my time. And so that, as well as my actual job, doing voiceover work, it's just 5 minutes a day would have been okay. But an hour a day, which it actually takes me, that's like 5 hours a week that I could be spending on other things, spending time with the little one and things like that. So yeah, I didn't want the format to change quite this fast, but it's going to. So we're going to carry this on. Since it's 5x5, we're going to carry on this format until episode 55. And that'll be the last one then for a week. And from that point on, I'm going to do... And this is subject to change, because it depends how it goes. It depends what the response is. But what I'd like to do is I haven't figured out what days of the week it's going to be yet, but one of the days of the week is going to be a day where I update you on what's happened in the week, regarding the novel, regarding my job, regarding the other channel, just things in general. And the other day, I thought it'd be fun to sort of say, I'm going to space them out. And the other day, I thought it'd be fun to sort of say, leave comments. So follow me on Twitter at Sleepless Knit. I'll put the link there. And, you can follow me on Nights Arcade and the other channel. Follow me on Facebook. And, you can suggest something I should spend 5 minutes talking about every week, and I'll pick the best suggestion